Warning, this video contains spoilers. Hey everybody, welcome to this episode recap of Ultimate Spider-Man Season 1, Episode 1. Great power. You know, I wanted to do this because back in the day when this series first aired, I didn't really give it a fair chance. And I was like, I really love Spider-Man, so maybe I should just rewatch him again and give my honest opinion. So bought them all on DVD, and that's what I'm going to do. This episode starts with Spider-Man just webbing around the city, talking to himself, and actually showing some hate against J. Jonah Jameson, because J. Jonah Jameson is talking smack about him in a newspaper and on a huge ass screen, which he's just webbing by. And after making a horrible one-liner, we see Spider-Man go after Trapster, one of the old school classic villains, so it's kinda cool to see him back. Later on we'll see some more old school villains, but that's for later. Let's get back to the Trapster. We found out that Spider-Man has faced the Trapster a few times before and lost horribly. And we see that in little funny animations of all the things that happened to him while battling the Trapster. But this time he really wants to stop the Trapster. So Spidey's going all out. But in his effort to stop the Trapster, he takes it a little bit too far. After that epic battle with Trapster, Trapster looks really scared, and that's not because of Spider-Man. And he's like, oh, what's going on? My spider sense is not working. Why is he looking so scared? And we get a little lesson about his spider sense. But after that, Nick Fury shows up. The real Nick Fury. Nick Fury is here to offer Spider-Man a job. He wants to make Amazing Spider-Man into Ultimate Spider-Man. And he even gives him a new web shooter. No strings attached. Spidey's like, yeah, well, I don't know. Thanks for the offer, but no. Even though Nick Fury took out Trapster, who escaped in a really badass way, Spider-Man's like, yeah, no, this is not gonna happen. After that, we cut away to his home, and we see an updated version of Aunt May. I mean, this lady is really different than the old version in the comic books. She's hip, she's doing stuff, she has a job, she does yoga and all sort of stuff. And we see Peter and Aunt May talk about, Uncle Ben and how he died. And you do see a little flashback, but you don't see anything, really rough or bloody or stuff like that. So it's still really child friendly. And they talk a little, and she asks if Peter will pick up a cake so that they can celebrate Uncle Ben's birthday later on. After that, we cut away to the school and we meet Harry Osborn and Mary Jane Watson, his potential love interest. I don't know if this series goes that way. I mean, I think it will, but you never know. It's a new series, so who knows. They chat a little and they have a little fun, but then it happens. The Frightful Four, or, well, Frightful Three, Terrible Three, I don't know what you might call them. There's just 3 of them left, but they attack the school, and they know Spider-Man is at the school. Spidey's like, how's that possible, man? How can I know I'm here? And he sneaks away by causing a food fight. Yeah, really, food fight. Yeah, I know. But he sneaks away to change into a Spider-Man costume, and is like, oh, what's that on my arm? And he sees a tracking device. He's like, oh man, I have so much to learn and I'm still not good. Oh, maybe I should have listened to Nick Fury. That goes through his mind. But still, he kicks ass. I mean, he takes down those terrible 3 like it was nothing. However, during the fight, Harry Osborn gets hurt, and Peter blames himself for it. As he does, I mean, the weight of the world is always on his shoulder. Just read the comics. He checks up on Harry in the hospital, and he actually has kind of a funny moment with his dad, so that's pretty cool, but I'll get to that later. But later at home, he talks to his aunt, and he also forgot the cake. So he's like, oh no, I'm screwing up all over the place, man. Nothing's going my way. Maybe being amazing isn't good enough. Maybe I need to go ultimate. And then you see a cool scene where he goes through a thundery lightning storm thingy, and he goes up to the shield carrier. And after he has a little struggle with, well, the base defenses, I guess, Nick Fury shows up and uses a little car bleeper to turn off all the alarms. Yeah, I'm not making this up, man. And Nick Fury's like, oh, so you decided to join up? Well, this is just the beginning. Prepare to be changed forever. Dun dun dun. As we think shit's gonna go down, the episode says to be continued, so we have to wait until the next one. And that's the episode in about 2 minutes. Then my thoughts about it are a little bit meh. I mean, it started really slow and it started with these horrible one-liners, but there were some really cool moments in the episode, like how he saved the cop car. This episode definitely had some good moments, but also some bad moments. Like the opening scene, where Spidey is bad-mouthing J. Jonah Jameson.
I get yelled at by 100-foot-tall cranky pants.
Another good line was the one about the wizard. I mean, that was really clever. And a nice little reference.
It's like I'm off to see the wizard.
And then there's the what moment. Well, in this episode, the what moment was definitely the Stan Lee cameo. I mean, he does that in movies that he likes. I mean, he didn't do it in that new Fantastic Four movie. Apparent reasons. But he made a cameo in his cartoon. I mean, that's pretty funny, man. With his original voice and all, that's just cool. I guess this episode was, well, maybe not spectacular and definitely not ultimate, but it was a good little introduction to this new version of Spider-Man. I can't wait what happens in the next episode. So I'm still giving it the benefit of the doubt. And I hope it just picks up with a little more, action and a little more story. Well, we'll find it out in our next episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.